Hello, welcome back to Enthusiast-Many. So today, I want to talk about some cool towers I knew that are near where that are in my area. So this tower is a long lines tower. It's in South Bend, Indiana, or in Mishawaka, Indiana. It's got a white only horizon LED beacon, and the tower behind it has a FG3000B that sometimes doesn't work, and currently it's not working. But I do have a video of the tower behind the Long Lines Tower. Now, I don't have any video of the Long Lines Tower at night yet. I'll make one in the future. But the Long Lines Tower, yep, it's got a white-only horizon LED beacon. And here's another picture I took of it. Now, so this picture I took back on July 24. Well, yeah, I took a video and I screenshotted piece of the video, and this is the thumbnail for that video. It's on YouTube now. I put it up. This tower, the tower behind it, and the South Bend, Indiana tower farm. So this is from April 6th. This is a still from the video. This one is of the Long Lines Tower and and looking in the opposite direction. Like in this direction, it's looking in this direction is looking northward, but here is looking southward towards the tower farm. So you can see the tall TV tower to the right. It's got dual LEDs. That's what it has, if you didn't know. And the tower to the left's got the TV tower to the left got strobes and incandescents, but some of them don't work anymore. At that time, they used to work, all of them. So I'm pretty sure they'll get LEDs sometime. But I hope they're good LEDs. Next up is some footage of the tower behind the Long Lines Tower, that other gray tower there. The Long Lines Tower is red and white, by the way. And it's yep. Here's some footage of the tower behind the Long Lines Tower, the one gray tower. So as you can see, it flashes white at top, but red at the bottom. And the tower behind it is a water tower, has an incandescent beacon, but it doesn't flash. That often doesn't work either. I don't think it works anymore, that water tower beacon. Yeah, both these towers are malfunction. There was a time when the Long Lines Tower, this tower, and the water tower behind it all stopped working. Like, all of them just stopped working, like back in 2019. But then they were fixed. They all functioned. So yeah, they all malfunctioned. The Long Lines Tower, the gray tower, and the water tower. They all were non-functioning, so beacon setups wouldn't work. Yeah, but that's a pretty cool night mode. I thought that was the real night mode that this tower had. I thought it actually flashed white at the top and red at the bottom back then. But then one time I saw it flashing red. So it turns out it actually has a 3000B. And this is actually backup night mode with the markers on. That's what this is. This is backup night mode right here. That one highway, I've seen videos of this one highway patrol tower that's way over in Missouri. It's in the town of Rolla. And it had the exact same malfunction that this did, or something like that. In the videos it talked about it, where it was talked about. So yeah. Yeah, it had the exact same malfunction. It's like a type of backup night mode. This tower even had its own day mode. In its day mode, the markers would shut off. And yeah, and the markers would shut off, and the light would shine brighter, but it would still not shine a strobe day mode, even though this has a strobe. So that's why I always thought it had a white-only LED with working side markers. This is a pretty cool tower, by the way. Plus the Long Lines Tower. The reason why it's so cool is because it has like a candelabra fork head on top. I like candelabra towers, yeah. So next up I want to show you some more candelabra towers. And then I'll show you a microwave tower. Because I like microwave towers, kind of like the appearance is kind of cool. Yep.
Yeah, and here's the video of the two towers.
This is an old video.
Yep.
So this is an old video that I made, yeah, quite a long time ago, so. This is an old video I made, the towers, and I actually have that on YouTube now.
Again, here's the video of the two towers. So, yep, it looks like the shorter one has a strobe and an old school incandescent beacon. And the taller one has old school LEDs, dual with working markers. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Both of them flash white at day.
I used to call them old school LEDs. Now I just call them 360s, FTS 360s, not FTS 370s, not the bad FTS 370, but FTS 360s, and or sometimes they're dial-light. So yeah, they are actually old school LEDs because they were made a long time ago. So yeah. And they have the night mode of an FH224, so that's the kind of LEDs they are.
Red at night, and one of them has a cool night mode too. Old school LED, I love old school LEDs. They're great LEDs. Looks like there's two birdies flying.
So yeah, it does look pretty cool at night. The LEDs are nice. They look very cool at night. Yeah. Those kinds of LEDs, yep, they flash just like FH224s. That's why they're so cool. But the tower next to it, the old school incandescent or filtered incandescent, or actually better, a strobe and KG114. That one's got 2 tiers of markers. It's a gray tower as well, and it's got a strobe and KG114. So but it doesn't. But they haven't worked for a while. So the taller tower is the only tower with a functioning beacon, like a well-functioning beacon. That's the only one with the beacon that functions correctly. Because the other tower just doesn't work anymore. It would be cool if the other tower started working again and I could film them both at night. I never actually filmed this tower at night, though, before. Even though I've seen it at night. Because when I seen it at night was a very long time ago, and I was way before I got into filming towers. Next up, another cool tower is this tower. It's in North Liberty, Indiana. It's got ILS 3600, and I like ILS 3600s. It's also got flashing markers, which are not too bad, because FTS 370 flashing markers is kind of horrible, but ILS 3600 with flashing markers is fine because of the slow night mode. So it's not as slow as an FH24 night mode because it's a 30 flash per minute, not a 20 flash per minute. Well, the FH24 makes longer has longer bursts of red light and longer time in between the flashes. So this tower used to actually have an even cooler beacon setup. It used to have a TWR E1D BSL and stationary side markers. I think it had stationary side markers. So at one time the markers didn't flash, and the top beacon flashed, which is even cooler, and it faded too, just like an incandescent beacon. So yeah, yep, it's a pretty cool tower. Oh, and I filmed that video. I filmed that tower. That's why I got this still from it. So I do have that video on YouTube. So you could go watch it. This one I also have on YouTube. Video this tower. This one's a tower in Walkerton, Indiana. It's a little town in Indiana, south of my area, South Bend, Indiana. And this tower has an old school LED, or it's actually an FTS 360 LED. It has the good flash rate, the FH224 flash rate, and it's got markers too, and the markers don't flash, they're steady, so that's pretty cool. If the markers did flash, it would actually have 2 tiers of beacons though, because the flashing markers are would just be like another tier of beacons, especially for this tower. Yeah, and this is a cell tower, and so the markers are stationary, and it's the only tower that's in the town of Walkerton. So now there's other towers that are close to Walkerton. There's one with a TWR strobe and LED, or TWR E1D BSL, and there's another tower that has the same exact type of LED this has. And when you drive on the road through Walkerton, State Road 23, and you drive south of Walkerton on that road, you can actually see the other tower that has the same LED that this does, but it's a wider cell tower. Now this tower used to have a strobe and 300mm incandescent beacon. I think it was I'm not sure what kind of incandescent it was. I think it might be a KG114, but it's modern. So it's a modern KG114. So continue. Here's the next tower. This one's in North Liberty, Indiana, just like the one with the this one with the ILS 3600, but it's on the other side of the town. And this tower's got an FH306, so yeah, that's pretty cool. and its FH306 it shines pinkish. So I used to think I had an FH324 because I didn't know there were such things as FH306s before. I thought this was a dual strobe, but then I saw it didn't look like I had a dual strobe on top. It looked like I had some kind of single strobe. So yeah. Okay, so some other cool towers I know. This is a tall microwave tower clone, and I actually made a video about this already several months ago. So this tower is this tower I videoed on April 30, 2025. That was the first time I ever filmed that. And this is a screenshot from the video. So this tower's got two tiers of dual it's got two tiers of dual dialight D1RW LEDs, and there's another tower next to it. It's a three-legged, I'm not sure if it's three-legged or four-legged, but it has an FH308, and it used to have both an FH308 or it used to have a KG225 and KG114, the lattice tower, but now it has just an FH308, so it only shines white now. Oh, and the tall microwave tower clone used to have strobes and incandescents. That's the second tall microwave tower clone, actually. The first one is in Granger, Indiana, several miles west of this tower. It's on the same highway near the same highway called the Indiana Toll Road. Again, here's the lattice tower. You can see the FH308 strobe light on top. And this is another cool tower. This tower's got 4 tiers of strobes and 300 millimeters. The tallest tower. It's gray too. It's a gray radio tower. It's got 4 tiers of FH308s and incandescent beacons. And the towers next to it have LEDs, most of them. They used to have just the towers next to the tall tower used to have incandescents, but now 2 of them have LEDs and 2 of them still have incandescents. But the tall tower is the only tower here the only tower besides the microwave tower that you cannot see in the picture that shines white at day. And that's the WFRN tower, by the way. So here's another tower. This one's a pretty cool one. This one's got incandescents, 2 tiers of filtered incandescents. This tower's pretty cool. It's got 2 tiers of FG3000Bs, and it's got a candelabra antenna on top, and I actually made a video about that. This tower is so cool. It's in Bristol, Indiana, close to the second tall microwave tower clone. This one also has 2 tiers of old school LEDs, or they're actually FTS360 LEDs, so not FTS370, but FTS360. And these are close to the second tall microwave tower clone, which has also old school LEDs, but they're dialight. So one of those videos I made, this is all the towers I filmed in that video. Yep, it's pretty cool. The tower all the way to the left, I think that's the second tall microwave tower clone, so I actually got to film that from a distance. The tower in the middle is a candelabra with an FHD24, only one FHD24. Here's the second tall microwave tower clone. I cannot see the lattice tower next to it, no. And here's that tower at the FHD24. It's close to the second tall microwave tower clone. This is that cool tower in North Liberty, Indiana that's got the FH306. It's from a different camera. This is another tower in North Liberty, Indiana. This one's got a strobe and incandescent. It's got a KG225 and KG114. It's an MCI tower. It's kind of like that one that's in Freeburg, Missouri. It's very similar in appearance. And then this tower is also in North Liberty, Indiana. This one's got an FTS 370 on top. And, yep. And it's got steady side markers. It's a pretty cool tower because it's a microwave tower. It used to have a cool beacon setup, a strobe and incandescent setup. Here's that cool tower again from North Liberty. You can see what it looks like because this was from earlier. It's not later in the night that I took this one. And here's the cool one in Walkerton too. On April 30th, 2025, I took a video of a distant tower. This tower, I put up the video on YouTube, by the way. It's got this cool platform on top. The platform is pretty cool. It looks like it has 3 antennas on top. It's got 2 tiers of FH324s, I think. And there's another cool tower. This one's a microwave and cell tower. It's got a Dialite D1RW, which is the same one that the second tall microwave tower clone is. Though this is not a tall tower, so it's not on the tall microwave tower clone list. Okay, back to so these towers, I videoed them on April 30th, 2025. So next cool tower. So this is another cool tower. It's in South Bend, Indiana. It's near Edgewater. This one has a strobe and TWR 300mm. It's got an FH308. It's got a TWR single strobe and a TWR 300mm. It used to have a strobe and old school incandescent before. So the incandescent is on the top of the tower, and below it is a platform, another platform below the platform that the incandescent is on, and it's got that's where the TWR single strobe is. So it's a pretty cool tower because it's candelabra-ish. It's also a microwave tower, so it's very cool. The tower next to it, I think, has a Dialite LED, and it has, I think it has markers. It's also red and white, but the paint faded away. It's red and white, just like the one to the left. The one to the left is older. There's some towers around here that are 100 years old. I think they might be 100 years old for just, I don't know what they were used for back then. I'm not sure if this is one of them. Though if it is 100 years old, it probably had some sort of white incandescent back then, and its microwave dishes did not exist back then because they're kind of new. They are new. So remember how this is the second tall microwave tower clone. So I filmed this on April 30th, 2025. And there's also some other tower. Also, remember those two towers I showed you in that one old tower video I had? The one where also got the two birds and the blue sky. It was blue sky. It was winter time. That was from quite a long time ago. Those two towers, I filmed them again April 30th, 2025 during the Middlebury trip. That was on April 30th, 2025. So going around to Middlebury on April 30th, 2025, I filmed all these towers, and that was the first time I ever filmed the second tall microwave tower clone, and also it was the first. I think it was the first time. It was the first time I filmed the first tower microwave tower clone as well, and also the first time I filmed the tower area of the Middlebury tower area that's north of the center of Middlebury. So this is the second tall microwave tower clone. Next up, I got the video of those two towers or something. Here they are. So these two towers. Yep, the shorter one's the one with the strobe and the old school incandescent, and the taller one is the one with the old school LEDs, and used to have strobes and modern incandescents, I forgot to mention. This is another tower I filmed, but I did not film it first on April 30, 2025. This tower is a tower at the TWR-E1DBSL. I filmed that many times before, though. I've even filmed it in 2024, though I lost the video of that. I don't know how I lost it. And there's the radio tower, the WFRN one with the 4 tiers of strobes and incandescents. And I filmed that back in March of 2025, so April 30, 2025 was not the first time I filmed that. So, yep. Now I'm going to show you some other towers I filmed on April 30th, 2025. Okay, here's got the first tall microwave tower clone. So this one was coming. I filmed this on the way because we took a different path back from Middlebury on April 30th, 2025. So we went through Granger, Indiana, and here we had the first tall microwave tower clone to film. So I filmed this first tall microwave tower clone in Granger, Indiana, and it's got a It has 2 tiers of old school LEDs, but the top LED beacon doesn't work for day mode. It only works for night mode. I think that might be a malfunction or something. Yep. There's no sound because I muted this video. But the next video I think has sound, so I'm going to show it to you. Oh, and I forgot to mention, these were some other towers I filmed on April 30th, 2025. This one's got a TWR-E1DBSL, and then the other tower next to it has an FH308, so And these towers are close to the middle, or part of the Middlebury Tower area. They're actually Bristol towers though. They're close to the second tall microwave tower clone. So here they are. So, that one's got a TWR, and the other tower, the other red and white cell tower, has an FH308 beacon. Let's try to get that. So, yep, the other cell tower next to it has a. That's the one right there. So, yep, I once saw those towers at night. They're pretty cool, but April 30th, 2025 was the first time I filmed them, because back before that, the last time I saw those towers before then was way before I got into filming towers, because the last time I saw those towers was many years ago. It was 2021, so I wasn't filming towers at the time, but the first tower video I got was in 2019, because of that one tower that's behind the Long Lines Tower in Mishawaka, Indiana. So on April 30th, 2025, I filmed a lot of cool towers. Yep, it was a pretty good time for tower filming. So, yeah, and yeah, there are a lot of towers that I haven't seen for many years that I filmed on that day. So, like this tower, they're very cool towers, by the way. So, yep, yeah, that's why they're on the list of this video, because they're so cool. There were also some towers I filmed on May 1st, 2025. But they're up in Michigan. But in this video, I'm talking about cool towers in Indiana. I'm mostly talking about cool towers in Indiana. But here's this cool tower in Michigan. It's got an old school LED beacon. There it is. It's next to another tower, 2 tiers of old school LEDs. But this tower is a night mode only old school LED, but it's close to a tower with 2 tiers of dual old school LEDs. So now what I'm going to show you is some Google Maps footage. Remember that Long Lines Tower? I'm going to show you some footage of it. I'm going to show you the tower from Google Maps. So here it is. Oh, and there's the other towers back there. The South Bend, Indiana Tower Farm. In the opposite direction, you can see this tower right here. It's got its FG3000B. There it is. Here's some 2007 footage of it. Oh, and back in 2007, that area was much more forested. And, yep, back then it was so much more forested here. Back then it was cluttered with trees. Now it's very clear. Look at that. Okay, so back in 2007, back in 2011, the tower seemed to have fewer antennas back then or something. Now it has more antennas on it. Yep, there's its 3000B. There's that water tower at the incandescent beacon. I'm not sure if that one still works or not, but I know this tower doesn't work. I'd probably get an LED sometime. It's a very cool tower though, so I hope they keep its strobe light for now. I hope they fix it, because recently they fixed strobe lights like that. That one tower in North Liberty with the FH306, back in 2024 it stopped working, so they fixed it. But they fixed it, and so yeah, that's pretty cool. The other cool towers I know of are the South Bend, Indiana Tower Farm, because they're cool beacon setups. So you can see that one gray tower has got 2 tiers of FH308s. And there's 4 towers here. And one time, many years ago, I remember looking at the towers and I was like, why are only 3 of them flashing? And the 3 of them, they flash red at night. Because that one tower has only incandescents. The other tower's got dual LEDs. It used to have strobes and incandescents back at that time. And the other tower in the middle's got strobes and incandescents now. But there's 4 towers here, and at one time I noticed there was only 3 flashing when I noticed this at night. So I was wondering why was that, and I realized that the gray tower wasn't working anymore. There should have been 4 towers flashing. And oh yeah, this cell tower's got an FH24, and I filmed that. I filmed that several times. And there's this other cell tower. It's beaconless, sadly. It would be nice if it had like a white-only strobe or white-only LED, just to add more towers with beacons to this area. Okay, another cool tower I know of, down in South Bend. It's next to that one microwave tower I showed you in the video, the one with the 2 tiers of, the one with the, it's next to the microwave tower, that one with the 4-legged one that's very old or something, the one with the strobe and incandescent. Yep, this one. And yep, it used to have strobes and incandescents, but now it's got these FTS 370s, these sort of junky LEDs. And then there, that microwave tower further down this bypass highway. There it is. And the tower next to it, the dialite, is there. And you can actually see the South Bend Indiana Tower Farm from here. And even the Long Lines Tower you can see. The Long Lines Tower that I showed you. You can see it's way off in the distance. Like, it's off into the country, but you can see it from here. Like, yeah, you may not, I'm not sure if you can see it on Google Maps, but in real life you can see it. Especially at night, you can see. Yeah, there it is. See, it's right there. Next, it looks. You see that tree right there? Well, to the right of that tree, you can see that little thing there. It's between that tree and that pole. It's sticking up. You can see a little thing way off in the distance. That's the Long Lines Tower. So this is what I want to show you. So thanks for watching. Bye.